Hello everybody, I'm Scott Munger and this is just a simple video telling you what you need to do during any given week. I'll have one of these each week. You'll find it at the very top what to do during week 1, week 2, and so on. This is week 1. So, what to do during week 1? We have, of course, a couple little instances of like attendance and things like that. If you're in person, well, obviously come to class. If you're online, then you have to turn in your assignments. That's your attendance for the week. Speaking of assignments, the first one is a little introduction to yourself. I've got my own introduction here at the very top. You'll see that here. And then you just simply have to go down and reply. And this is just so we can all know who everybody is in the class. So you can know who I am and so on and so forth. That'll be one of your first things you need to do. Now, if you're in person or online, or if it's fall, spring, summer, it varies. For example, in summer, I will have my summer schedule. Usually, I'll be here twice a week. The information is posted there. If it's during the fall or spring, well, I have that schedule posted for all my classes and my office hours. It'll be posted in this little file as well. So depending on when it is, you'll see that information kind of right here. I have a little lecture here for the syllabus, and the way each week is going to work is kind of similar. Particularly in programming, I'll have lectures for how to do the programming. When we're learning different concepts, user input, variables, and things like that, I'll have a lecture of me doing that. And what you'll need to do is actually do that as well. You'll open up idle, which is what we're going to use, and I have that file to install it all, at least for Windows, right here. If that fails, you can always Google Python idle download, and usually you'll find it pretty quickly there. If you're using a Mac, type in Python idle download Mac, and they have a Mac version as well. If you're using a Chromebook or something else, Linux, I think you can install idle as well, no problem. A Chromebook, a little bit more annoying. There are options to be able to run Python and stuff on there. If you need any help with that, you can ask me. There are several other IDEs. They're not exactly the same as mine, so you'll have to make some adjustments. But otherwise, you should be able to do Python on just about anything pretty much. In fact, I think I have one on my Android tablet that can actually code and do stuff. But you still have to turn in the files and all that stuff, regardless of what you're using. And it should be roughly the same no matter what you use. So Windows file is here. If you don't have Windows, type in Python idle download Mac or Linux or whatever operating system you have. If you have a Chromebook, like I said, there are some options. You may need to reach out to me and we can discuss what those are. But generally speaking, it'd be better to use a Windows or a Mac. I have a lecture video here for Canvas. Oh, and before I get to that, I should point out what idle kind of looks like. It is going to get installed with the Python suite, and essentially it's just a little window. I can type in code here and it will run, or I can open up files, which is what we're going to be doing. You're going to be opening and saving files, and all your code will be listed here. And you simply just have to, come up here and run it once I had actual code option here. You can also turn on line numbers and things like that. And you'll save it. That way you can open it up later for your other programs. You can type in code here and run it. This is basically what's called an interpreter. But for this class, you're going to want to, make a new file. And I'll walk you through how all that works. And then you can run the file as you do stuff. You'll type in all your code here, you'll save it, you'll run, and if there's an error, it'll pop up and tell you what those errors are. We'll get more into detail in that as we go along. So this first little introduction, once you get all that done, is into how Canvas basically works. And you'll have an assignment here. This assignment is just a little introduction, kind of introduction programming quiz. It's a generalized quiz. I'm not asking you to like code anything. What I'm asking is just general questions to see how you think. And I explained that in this little video here. I want to know, if you think logically. That's what this little quiz is about. Don't worry about scores. Like, I mean, if you miss some questions, I'm going to give everybody all the points for it, as long as you like actually attempt it and don't just like randomly click things. But this is just to see like roughly how you think. And then I talk a little bit about what that is in this video here as well. So basically your week is going to be structured like this. There'll be some lecture videos, click on it. If it's a programming video, open up idle and program along with it. The point of programming is for you to practice it. So when I'm writing code on the board and explaining it, don't just sit there eating a sandwich, actually do it too. That's how my physical classes work, and that's how the online classes should work as well. Whichever mode you're in, that's what you need to do if you want to get better at stuff. So this is the entirety of week one. If you have any questions or problems, then feel free to reach out to me.